What if there was a simple, forgotten secret, hiding in plain sight, that could transform those heavy, aching legs into ones that feel lighter, more agile, and pain-free in just 7 days? What if the solution wasn't a new pill, a doctor's visit, or an expensive machine, but something as natural and accessible as a simple oil? Hi, I'm Dr. Miller from SeniorFitNation, and my mission is to help people like you discover practical, natural ways to reclaim your vitality and move with ease. As a doctor, and as someone who has seen firsthand the struggles our loved ones face with aging bodies, I'm passionate about sharing solutions that truly work, without the fuss. In this video, you'll discover exactly how to use this incredible natural oil, what changes you can expect day by day, and even 3 natural combinations to supercharge your results. By the end, you'll feel empowered and ready to give your legs the love and care they deserve. If you find this video helpful, let me know by leaving a comment with a 1 below. And remember to subscribe to SeniorFitNation so you never miss out on practical, natural tips that truly make a difference in your everyday life. Now let's take a closer look at why our legs often start to feel heavier as we get older, and what's really going on beneath the surface. 1. The hidden reasons behind heavy legs. Have you ever wondered why your legs start feeling like lead after 60, even when you haven't done much? This is a question I hear so often, and it's rarely about being lazy. Think of your body's circulation like a complex plumbing system. Over time, those once flexible pipes, your blood vessels, can become a bit stiff and narrow. This means blood doesn't flow as easily down to your feet and, perhaps even more importantly, struggles to make its way back up to your heart. Without that steady, robust flow, your leg muscles can feel starved for oxygen and vital nutrients. That's why they ache, feel tired, and just can't seem to keep up, much like a garden hose with low water pressure. Consider the story of Mrs. Henderson, a vibrant 72-year-old who loved her garden. She noticed her ankles swelling by evening, and her calves would cramp when she bent down. She thought it was just old age. But what she was experiencing were those quiet warnings from her body. Her circulation was slowing, and fluid was pooling in her lower limbs because her body's natural drainage system wasn't working as efficiently. That swelling wasn't just uncomfortable, it made walking harder and even affected her balance. And let's not forget muscle loss. Without regular targeted stimulation, the muscles in our thighs and calves can quietly shrink. It's not about being sedentary. Sometimes, it's simply a lack of awareness about how crucial these muscles are for supporting our joints and preventing falls. Mrs. Henderson wasn't lazy. She just didn't realize her body needed specific support. Her body didn't need a miracle. It needed practical, consistent care. And she found that support in the most unexpected way. So, the small takeaway here is that heavy legs aren't just a sign of aging. They're often a sign of underlying circulatory or fluid retention issues, coupled with subtle muscle changes that can be addressed. Understanding this is the first step toward feeling lighter. 2. Rosemary oil, the ancient secret reawakened. What if I told you that one of nature's most powerful allies for heavy, tired legs might already be sitting in your kitchen? This is precisely what Mrs. Henderson discovered. It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon when Mrs. Henderson, tidying her spice cabinet, stumbled upon a small glass bottle tucked away. Rosemary oil. She remembered buying it ages ago, but had completely forgotten about it. That night, her legs ached. Instead of her usual heating pad, she thought, why not? She warmed a few drops between her palms and gently massaged it into her calves and thighs. The herbal, fresh scent alone was calming, but within minutes, she felt a soft, comforting warmth rising under her skin. Not a burn, but a gentle awakening. That night, for the first time in weeks, she slept without cramping. Rosemary oil might seem simple, but its power lies in its centuries-old use for circulation and muscle relief. It's not just a kitchen herb, it's packed with potent plant compounds like rosmarinic acid and antioxidants. These natural elements actively help boost blood flow, soothe inflamed tissues, and ease muscle tension. Imagine your veins and arteries gently expanding, allowing blood to flow more freely, much like clearing a blocked pipe. This is precisely how rosemary oil helps stimulate peripheral circulation, bringing vital blood to the areas that need it most: your legs, ankles, and feet. It's also a natural anti-inflammatory, meaning it helps reduce that uncomfortable swelling that builds up from standing or sitting too long. For Mrs. Henderson, the ritual of applying the oil became more than just a massage. It was a moment of peace, a personal connection with her body. The scent, the warmth, the quiet focus, it all contributed to a profound sense of well-being. As Dr. Miller, I've seen how these simple, natural remedies can often provide remarkable relief. The key is understanding how to use them effectively. So, let's dive into the practical steps for incorporating this ancient remedy into your daily routine. 3. Your daily ritual. How to use rosemary oil for maximum relief. Now that you know the what, let's talk about the how. Because the right technique can turn a simple oil into a powerful daily ritual, just as it did for Mrs. Henderson. The best time to apply rosemary oil is right after a warm shower or bath. Your skin is clean, pores are open, and muscles are already a bit relaxed. But even if you haven't just bathed, simply ensure your legs are clean and dry. Mrs. Henderson would first hold the small bottle in her hands for a few seconds to gently warm the oil. If it felt too cold, she might place it near a warm towel. Then, she'd pour 5 or 6 drops into her palm, rub her hands together, and take a deep, calming breath. That herbaceous, grounding scent was like a signal to her body. This is your time now. She always started at her ankles, moving her hands in slow, gentle circles, working upward. It wasn't about pressing hard, but about firm, loving strokes. Up her calves, behind the knees, back down the shins, and then higher into the thighs, where her motions became even slower and more enveloping, almost like giving her legs a hug. It became a quiet connection, a moment of presence. Each leg took about 5 to 7 minutes, and she synced her touch with her breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It truly transformed into a form of meditation, a quiet moment of self-care in a busy world. Mrs. Henderson found that twice a day worked best for her initially, once in the morning to energize her legs for the day ahead, and again at night to release the pressure and tension that had built up. After that first week, she adjusted, sometimes once a day, or just at night when her legs felt heavier. It became a natural part of her rhythm, like brushing her teeth. To make it even more powerful, consider these simple additions. After massaging, Mrs. Henderson would often prop her legs up on 2 pillows for just 15 minutes. This gentle elevation helps blood flow back toward the heart. On particularly sore days, she'd lay a warm, moist towel across her legs after applying the oil. The gentle heat helped the oil soak in deeper and provided extra comfort. But the most important element, as Dr. Miller, I believe, is the stillness. No phone, no TV, no distractions, just you, your hands, and your breath. When you slow down and give your body this focused attention, something profound shifts, not just physically, but spiritually too. 4. The transformative week. What to expect. Day by day. What surprised Mrs. Henderson most wasn't just how her legs felt, but how quickly they began to respond. By the end of the first week, things had shifted in a way she hadn't felt in years. And while every body is unique, many people report a similar rhythm of change. Day 1 wasn't about pain relief, it was about presence. Just taking the time to massage her legs, to breathe, to focus on herself, already made her feel lighter, not physically, perhaps, but emotionally. It was a powerful reminder that her body still mattered, that she still mattered. By day 2, there was a subtle but noticeable difference. Her legs didn't feel as stiff when she stood up, and at night, those usual cramps didn't jolt her awake. She slept more deeply, more peacefully. Day 3 brought a little surprise. While moving around the house, she noticed she wasn't shuffling anymore. Her steps felt smoother. Her feet didn't drag. The heaviness was unmistakably beginning to lift. By day 4, her skin looked healthier. The dryness and flakiness she'd ignored were now replaced with a soft glow. Her legs looked alive again, and that, in turn, made her feel more alive. On days 5 and 6, something else appeared: confidence. She walked a little taller, didn't hesitate when stepping off the curb, and even climbed the stairs without gripping the railing. And on day 7, she paused, looked down at her legs, and smiled. For the first time in a long time, they didn't feel like a burden. They felt like a vital, strong part of her again. While those 7 days can bring remarkable change, some people find even better results when they explore other oils that match their specific needs. Let me share a few of the best ones. 5. Expanding your arsenal. Other beneficial oils and supporting habits. While rosemary oil worked wonders for Mrs. Henderson, it's just one star in the vast constellation of natural remedies. Depending on your leg's unique needs, whether it's persistent swelling, nighttime cramps, or visible veins, other oils might suit you even better. Let's start with arnica oil. If your legs bruise easily, feel tender to the touch, or swell after walking or standing, this could be what your body is quietly craving. Arnica comes from a bright yellow flower and has been used for centuries in traditional remedies across Europe. When applied properly, it helps ease inflammation and calm overworked muscle tissue. Mrs. Henderson's friend, Mr. Thompson, a 75-year-old who stands on his feet most days as a retired woodworker, now swears by it. After just a few days of use, the soreness behind his knees melted away. Now, if your biggest struggle is sleep, especially if leg discomfort keeps you up at night, there's lavender oil. Its scent alone is enough to quiet the mind, but when massaged into the legs, it gently relaxes muscles and calms overactive nerves. Lavender doesn't just help your legs rest, it helps you rest. Many people keep it near their bedside, ready for those evenings when the body just won't settle down. Then there's horse chestnut oil. This one is especially helpful if you're dealing with poor circulation or visible veins. Used across Europe, particularly in Germany, it helps strengthen blood vessel walls and reduce the feeling of heaviness in the lower legs. For those whose ankles balloon by the end of the day, or whose legs feel like they're simply giving up, horse chestnut might be exactly what's needed. You don't have to choose just one. Many people blend a few drops of these oils into a carrier oil like almond or olive oil and apply them the same way. Others alternate based on how their legs feel each day. What matters most is listening to your body. It always speaks, and these oils just help you answer. But remember, no oil, no matter how powerful, works alone. To truly transform how your legs feel, there are a few simple habits you can start doing today. Mrs. Henderson didn't change her whole life overnight. She didn't join a gym or start taking a dozen new supplements. what she did was far simpler. She began moving mindfully. Each morning, before breakfast, she walked for just 10 minutes around her block. No pressure, no rush, just fresh air, steady steps, and a little rhythm in her legs. That gentle movement worked like a pump, encouraging circulation and helping the oil do its job deeper and longer. She also added 3 simple exercises that anyone can do at home. Standing by her kitchen counter, she would rise onto her toes and slowly lower herself, strengthening her calves. Sitting in her armchair, she'd stretch one leg out at a time to engage her thighs. And whenever she remembered, she made soft circles with her ankles to keep things moving. It took no more than 5 minutes, but the impact was huge. Her meals didn't change much either, but she started adding more foods that support healthy blood flow, like garlic, turmeric, and berries. And she cut back just a little on salt, especially in the evening, which significantly helped reduce the swelling in her ankles. And then there was rest. Every afternoon, Mrs. Henderson took 15 minutes to elevate her legs, just 2 pillows under her calves as she lay back and breathed. That small break gave her veins a chance to reset and helped the swelling melt away. At night, she tucked a soft pillow under her ankles while she slept. Simple changes, but they added up beautifully. 6. Answering your top questions. As more and more people begin trying this simple routine, a few questions always seem to come up. These are important because when we understand our own needs better, we get better results. The first question is usually, can I still use the oil if I have varicose veins? The answer is yes, but gently. If your veins are visible or sensitive, do not press hard during the massage. Use soft, upward strokes without applying pressure directly on the veins. And remember to elevate your legs afterward. That small step makes a big difference. Then there's, I'm over 80. Will this still work for me? Absolutely, yes. Age doesn't cancel your body's ability to respond. It might take a little more time, but your skin, your muscles, your circulation, they still listen. We've heard from people in their late 80s and even early 90s who felt stronger, more stable, and more connected after just a few days of consistent care. Is this only for women? Not at all. Men need this just as much. Poor circulation, leg cramps, muscle loss. These don't pick favorites. In fact, many older men who had never tried massage before said they were shocked by how deeply it helped them, not just physically, but emotionally too. Another common one is, how long should I keep using it? There's no exact rule. 7 days is a good start. After that, you can continue once a day or a few times a week, depending on how your legs feel. For some, it becomes a nightly habit, something to look forward to. Just listen to your body. It will tell you what it needs. And finally, what if I don't feel results right away? That's perfectly okay. Everyone's body responds differently. If your legs have been struggling for years, it may take more than a few days to unwind the tension. Be consistent. Pair the oil with gentle movement, good hydration, and adequate rest. Give it a little time. Even small shifts, less swelling, better sleep, easier steps, mean something is working. Before this video ends, I want to remind you of something simple, yet profoundly powerful. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime, through celebrations, through grief, through every single step that brought you to where you are now. They've supported you when no one else could. And maybe, over time, you stopped noticing them, or worse, started resenting them for hurting, slowing down, or changing shape. But here's the truth. They still deserve care. You still deserve care. Not because you're trying to look younger, not because you need to prove anything, but because attention is a form of love, and your body is worthy of that love at every age. So tonight, or whenever you find a quiet moment, take 5 minutes. Sit down, warm a little oil in your hands, breathe slowly, and just listen to your body, to your breath, to that quiet feeling of coming home to yourself. If this video meant something to you, please let us know in the comments below. What was the most surprising thing you learned today? And don't forget to subscribe to SeniorFitNation for more real, natural ways to feel strong, supported, and fully alive in your own body. Until next time, walk gently and walk with love.